Hey everyone, Bex and Kobe reporting in for day 15. We've had a pretty good day today. Kobe he's feeling much better. We had a Zoomy around this morning and he was awesome, completely ignored the chickens, so that was really cool. He slept all morning. He's getting the hang of sort of sleeping through the day and becoming a real sloth during the day, and then sort of coming back awake at about 5 o'clock, ready to do some stuff. As you can see, he's sort of up and about. We did have a couple of whoopsie moments today that were my fault because he has been pretty chillax, so I took my eye off the ball and he chewed up the doorstop a little bit. He managed to get that and I didn't notice, and then found pieces of doorstop on his bed, so my fault, completely my fault. And the other thing is, when we were setting up to do this video, I left treats unattended and someone climbed up and got them. So yeah, he's certainly settling in, but he's getting a bit cheekier too. And as you can see, he's wandering around just now and he's trying to figure out how he's going to get these treats off me. So I thought I'd try a bit of multitasking, and we're going to sort of carry on with the on the bed training, and I'm also going to talk about jumping. So jumping up is an issue that I often get queries about. So it's usually around dinner time, yes, walk time, and when people are coming to the house. So that's quite a frequent issue. So the thing about jumping is it often becomes a reinforced behaviour, because as people we tend to tell the dog off rather than sort of think about it getting worse, or we'll talk to the dog while they're jumping up, and then the behaviour becomes reinforced because of sort of our actions, whether we're doing them knowingly or not. So talking about a couple of ways that you can get around that or stop that from happening. Good boy. So disengaging is a really powerful tool when you're training. So to completely disengage from your dog, you've really neutral body language and you just effectively ignore them. So if I was to I'm effectively disengaging with Kobe right now. I'm not offering him any attention. I'm really neutral and calm in my body language, and I'm just not asking anything of him. So it's really powerful, and it will often make your dog step back and think if you start using it. So that would be probably my first thing, is really disengage from that behavior. So walk away from it in a really calm way, stand really still, ignore it. If they're jumping up on you, just be turning your back to them the whole time. But moving on from there, so jumping up at meal times, I would really encourage you to firstly change how you feed your dog for a little bit. So change the place, do some of that training that we talked about in a previous video, like lowering the food. And scattering food is a good one, so the dog doesn't sort of have that chance to jump up, and really teach that wait for the food, that as a key one. And you know, if you've got sort of two dogs that are an issue, do them separately. So feed them separately and work with them one-on-one. The other one is walks. You hear that clink of the leash, or you go through your routine and you go through that routine of getting ready for your walk, and that's another sort of really key example where dogs feed off our body language. They know when we're putting on our running shoes or our walking shoes, or what our walking outfit looks like, or it's that time. So they know, and they're expecting that. And if they then get really excited about walk times, that's really cool. They want to engage with you, and they're really excited about going on their walk. So the first thing, again, if they're jumping up, disengage. Quite a powerful move is to actually put the lead down and walk away, so you're not having a bar of it. The other thing, so if that's where I would start. A couple of other things is sort of disrupt your routine a little bit, and by that I mean put your leash in a different place, so, or go at a slightly different time of day. So it might be that you've got your leashes by the door and they hear that clink and they know that they're going for a walk. If they come out and go mental, just off you go and walk around the house. So just walk around outside, and they might be kind of jumping and trying to get your attention, but just again, disengage. Just completely relax, calm behaviour until they calm down, and then try and get your lead on and expecting calm behaviour. And of course, if the jumping starts, then just walk around. And the thing is with that, it will likely mean that you're on a shorter walk, but it also means that your dog is getting exercise. So the exercise for portion of their day is fine, and they'll actually be learning something too if you're really sort of strict, and that you're not going to put that lead on until sort of you've got reasonably calm behaviour with 4 feet on the ground. The other one is teaching that find it game. So if, for example, your dog is pretty good to get the lead on and then goes sort of, you know, rushes off, if you put lead on and immediately go find it, maybe find it, then it gives them something to do. So that's going into what would I like them to do instead. I want them to keep all 4 feet on the ground and just walk, sort of off we go on our walk. So that is creating that behaviour. So try and think outside the box on ways that you can maybe, and I use the word manipulate in the nicest way, sort of manipulate your dog's behaviour just purely from what you're doing and what you're doing differently. Yes. Oh boy. With visitors are very exciting when we get visitors come to the property. So some things that you can do there is, firstly, really train your guests. So really ask them to not engage with the dog, that neutral body language, completely ignore the dog when it's behaving like that, and that is going to be a real help. So the other thing is pop them on a lead, or remove the dog effectively if they're being too, you know, I'll say obnoxious when there are guests arriving. Then just, yes, take them away from that situation. So pop them in another room, pop them outside, so they aren't able to practice that behaviour, because behaviour is reinforced the more that they are able to practice it. So the other thing that you could try is, generally when a dog is jumping up, they're trying to get to your face, they're trying to get your attention. So sometimes a way to deal with it is to actually go down to their level. So you just squat down, have some treats, pop the treats on the ground, good dog, and walk away. And that just kind of interrupts the behaviour, it stops the behaviour. So again, thinking about how can I physically stop this behaviour right now. So that's another good one. Treats on the ground are quite a good one as well, but sometimes taking, yes, our body down to the dog's level can be really helpful. So again, any questions or sort of queries on that, do pop some questions in the comments, or get in touch. More than happy to have a chat about sort of what's going on with your situation. Yeah, hope everyone is keeping well. I'm really stoked with how this guy has been doing this on the bed stuff. It might not look like much, but it's pretty cool. He's starting to think about what he's doing. And I'm hoping, we're going to get a play bow. And you'll notice I'm not rewarding that, and I really want to because it's really cute, but it's not what we're working on right now. So I wonder, it's found something to sniff on the ground. We'll get one more. Yes, good boy. So we'll leave it at that, team. Hope everyone's doing well.